Musician Tailor's Twin and Chevy.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to the Tailor's Talk podcast, live here at Grind Entertainment Studio, home of Musician Tailors LLC. I'm your co-host, Chevy Revis, along with my co-host and co-founder, Darrell Twin Smith. Today's special guest is a master loctician with over 20 years of experience in lock education, a true entrepreneur. She's the owner and operator of Genuine Locks ATL, where she has developed her own line of hair care product tailored for locks. She's also the host of the Don't Play in My Head podcast. Please help welcome to the show Jennifer West, a.k.a. Jenna Win Lock ATL.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Got you about the salon today.
Yes, right after work, so I'm here.
Oh, we appreciate that.
We definitely
really
appreciate that. We glad to have you here on Tailor Talk Podcast.
Glad to be here.
As I want that big energy you got.
Yeah.
You over here talking all
Yeah.
proper and impressive. I want
Thought we were still on take one, so we're going to take two, but okay, let's get it.
You turn into the master loctician.
I want you to talk like when I walk up in there, walk into your salon.
So let me ask you this. So everybody got all the egos. Is she acting like Jennifer West or she acting like genuine locks right now? Which one?
Well, I never met Jennifer West.
Okay.
He's met Jennifer West.
Okay.
We get to talking real well in the
Okay,
chair sometimes. We get real transparent.
So then that's Jennifer West.
Yes.
Okay,
It's
then
a
Jennifer
mixture.
West is good.
Okay.
I like her. She
That's a
cool as hell.
Okay.
That salon owner,
All right.
Yeah, that's a different person.
she's something serious.
Yes, that's Miss West.
Miss West. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
she's something
Gotcha.
serious, but
Gotcha.
I respect it. Like I told when I first look. I'm gonna get to that story later though. How I met her.
Okay.
But Jennifer, we glad you came here to the Tailor Talk podcast. Give us a little brief where you from and how did you become the loctician, a master loctician?
Okay, well, thank you so much for having me. So glad to be here. I would definitely say my beginnings. Well, I'm from Asheville, North Carolina. It's in the mountains. I've been here in Atlanta for since 2014, so a couple years now. But just my start into the natural hair world was just starting out as a little girl. I would have the baby dolls, Barbie dolls, and I just would play with them. And I'm a girly girl. But so it was just the playing with the Barbie dolls, and then my mom should be playing in my head. So like my podcast is called "Don't Play in My Head." So not necessarily doing hair, but just when people play in your head, you already know how that goes. Right. You're like, I don't like this or whatever. So we want the right information. So I just want to be the right stylist for myself. So learning how to do hair on my own and going to high school. When I went to high school, I did cosmetology. Did everybody's hair for prom. I barely even got time to go to prom because I was doing everybody's hair. So it's just always been a passion of mine. And now that I own my own shop in Decatur, it's been a blessing since January 2023. So it's just been a blessing in meeting Darrell. I've done his daughter's hair. So it's just, just having that whole family dynamic at my shop is just very important to me. So it's just been a blessing.
That's what's up.
Asheville, North Carolina. That's dope.
She from Asheville, but before you became a loctician, what did you do before that? You graduated from high school. Where did you go?
I did go to Alabama State University. So I was on track scholarship. So it was
Yellow Jackets?
Yep, the Yellow Jackets. The Hornets. The Hornets, yeah. The Hornets, yeah.
Okay.
Alabama State Hornets.
I bet.
So they look the same, but yeah. But I ran track. I was a whole athlete. I mean, I still work out. Still like to run and do all that stuff. Like I was telling Chevy earlier, I've been up early since the morning too. 5 a.m. at the gym. Then I go to school, so I always keep a busy schedule. But yeah, always studious and a student. So I was in college. I graduated from Auburn University at Montgomery with my bachelor's in business. So I've always just wanted to be an entrepreneur and work for myself. So.
Did you pledge anything? Or?
All I did was Phi Beta Lambda professional business fraternity. So that was boy and girl, co-ed type thing. So that's all I did.
Nice. All right. Got any records? Track?
No, I ain't got no track records. I was going to the meets a little messed up, honey,
Okay,
because I was partying. I was the party girl. Lost the scholarship.
Oh,
okay.
So
I just had to. I was the party girl, but I know how to get back on track. So
there you go.
That's good. You got back on track, and like you said, you went to school for business, got your bachelor's, and when you moved here to Atlanta, your goal was to work for yourself and build your own brand. So as that journey took place, how did you start your journey when you moved here?
I would definitely say I've always had the go-getter spirit. My mama always knew that about me. So when I moved to Atlanta, it's a big city, but I was really trying to move to New York. So at that time, so I was trying to go bigger. But God had other plans, and my sister actually lived in Atlanta at the time, so moved in with her. So I had a small foundation to work off of. But I always been go-getter. So every little job I had, I would always find an employee, co-worker. I would do their hair. So it just grew from there. Like every place I've ever worked at, I'm doing somebody's hair because I just knew that was part of me. So I couldn't just be a cashier. That just not was for me. But I'm not a lazy person. Definitely got to be a hard worker, and that's what I'm trying to tell people today as I mentor now. Like you got to be a hard worker. Some people, a lot of people are lazy. They want just the handouts and stuff. But I've always been a go getter. I always had 2 to 3 different jobs. So didn't have a car. I was on the MARTA. We're smarter.
Okay.
So it's just I just had to do what I had to do, and nobody to me. Even though I'm a female, it's like not everybody has a push or whatever like that. So it's like I always had to push myself. So I just had it in me and just did what I had to do.
That's good. Most definitely, I do appreciate you. Because the first time I met her, this is when I started my lock journey, it was rough. The first woman took my money. She ran off on me. She took off on me. She ran off on a plug.
Oh, man. Come on, man.
And then I find another one that was over there in North Druid Hill. She did my hair one time, and I booked the next time, and she took my money. But I got my money back that time. I was like, look, I'm not finna play with you. She sent me that money back so fast.
Oh, Lord.
And then I'm on Google, Loctician. So, what it cut creators?
Mm-hmm.
Cut creators popped up. I said, okay, it's off Candler Road. So I went over there. I walked in. I said, hey, I'm looking for somebody to do my hair. And then he took me to a barber. The dude at the front desk took me to a barber. Then he walked. He said, man, you want to get your hair cut? I said, no, I'm looking for a loctician. Mm-hmm. Then he said, oh, man, come on. I know one. He took me round that tour. Then I said, hey. I said, can I get in? She said, yeah. She been faithful to her ever since.
Oh.
When I met her, I said, I'm a faithful customer. I said, I ain't gonna be out there cheating on you with another loctician.
Hey, cause I be looking for the signs. He come back, his hair be so fresh. When he come back, I be like, did you go to somewhere else? And I be forgetting I did it.
That's
so it's always I've been locked in with her for 4 years. Mm-hmm. 4 years.
Yeah, we're just looking back at some pictures from where I started. Well, not started his locks, but restarted them. But they were like literally 2 inches long, maybe if that. And to where he is now. So.
I want to see that. So we need to get a little timeline.
We ain't doing that.
Come on now, we need to see it.
We'll have it. We got the footage.
We need to see it. Yes,
the ugly locks.
Yes, man. We want to. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't even notice it. Like it feel like one day he just came in, like, I came over here one time, like, man, okay. His hair always grew.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. Him and his twin brother.
Yeah, I might say his twin brother is real long. Yeah. So I know he's about to catch up with
Donnell,
Donnell been growing for a minute. By his knees.
Yeah.
He been 17 years. But yeah, it's as because you stay busy, your salon stay packed. She even do walk-ins. So how do you manage? Like you're in school, because I know when I sit in a chair, you always talking about always going getting more education. You also, like I said, you a businesswoman, and I know you do. Some of the young ladies that's in your shop that you was mentoring them, trying to get them to understand this is just not a, I see somebody doing this on TikTok, this, that, and that. You could build your brand. How do you hold your brand to the folks that been out there and the folks that got there but then they fell off?
That's a good question. I would say I've always been, because I've been such a business minded person for so long, and then had to obviously learn some branding techniques. And I go to different business classes. I invest in traveling to people that are better than me and stuff like that. So it just, and stuff I'm trying to rebrand too, because I might not keep the name Genuine Locks Atlanta. I might change it. So I don't know. It's just something that I've always felt strong about. Don't play my business. That's why when we had our first encounter, I'm like, don't try to check me now. I know how to run my. Don't try to check me. So that's how that go down. It's like I just always kept this standard, like, because at all the jobs I got a resume. I've got plenty of jobs on my belt. So I've learned how these other businesses work. Being a cashier to a custodian, it don't matter what it was. I took it serious in how learning different things, keeping my shop clean. That's why I had to be a custodian a long time ago. So that's a part of my business. So so because there's people that you go to a shop and might have 100,000 followers and all this stuff like that, but you go in their shop, might be dust and dirt and just all kind of stuff or whatever. And you're like, okay, I see what's really going on. So just little things to keep a standard. But I just don't like. Yeah, I just always don't like nobody playing my business, and just to me, that's because that's my respect. That's my baby. So it's like, and I built this thing from. The genuine, it first was Genuine Hair, and it was like a girl when I first moved to Atlanta, it was in 2014. I was like volunteering at a church. I didn't have a job, so but people was, when I first moved to Atlanta, I was really doing homeless people's hair, like literally, because I had no job, I had nothing but time. So I literally was going to Safe House downtown doing homeless people's hair, because I had time to do that. That's what I love to give back. So, so one girl I met at the church, she made my little logo, Genuine Hair. She just like put an afro on there, some little earrings, and it was cute. So from there, I was like, I gotta keep this up, make my cards, just put myself out there. So it's really simple, but it was just the fact that Genuine Hair to me meant that I'm a genuine person. But I spell it genuine, like with a J instead of the G, because short for Jennifer. So I don't know. It's just a brand that I just felt like it is my personality for one. Because once you sit in my chair, you get to know me. We get to talking. People feel safe and can express themselves to me, open up. So it's a genuine thing. It's not like just a grab money type thing, which is what a lot of people are doing today. Just grabbing money, just seeing the hustle about it, not really having a passion about it. So I don't know. It's just always been my thing. Like, God blessed me with the gift to, do hair and listen and, take advice, all that type of stuff. So it's just, to me, all the way through the brand of being genuine.
Okay. It's beautiful that you did the volunteer. Yeah, that's probably why you got the blessing that you have today, you know what I'm saying, doing that volunteer work.
Absolutely.
So, I got a question. So you done did that. I know you do Cuz hair and a lot of other people. What's the most famous person hair you think you done did?
I would say, and I'm not going to say, I don't know if it's like the most famous, but the person with the most followers, and I didn't even know who the person was at this point, because a guy who hair I do, he's a bodyguard of this person, so he was like, oh, Jen, I got somebody coming through, and his name was like the Slump God on Instagram, so it was one of them young rappers, so he got over 1 million followers, but I didn't know who he was. I had to go back, and that was the point I was trying to fast from Instagram. I'm like, let me take it off. I took the whole Instagram off my phone, and he told me who he was. I said, I got to put the Instagram back on my phone so I can find out who the guy is. And so I would say him, but his name is Slump God. He just has a lot of followers. Just one of them young.
Slump God Ski Man.
Yeah. Oh, you already know. So yeah. So he would probably say the most famous. But I have a lot of different rappers. Shawty the comedian. So a few people.
Saw him. Just saw. He do like a live on the street podcast type deal.
It's been a while since I didn't hear, but he's one of the few. He
definitely had this kind of same style you got.
Yeah, so it's been a few, and I'm very appreciative because those people pretty much came from word of mouth. One guy in particular, I just went on. I started try to tell the girls at my school and everything, like, y'all got to use the power of the social media. So it was like a comment. I was like, I'll do your locks for some socks, because he like had these fire Clayton County socks. I'm like, those are hard. So I was like, I'm gonna do your locks for some socks, and he was like, for real? So he put me on. He put me on with Euro, and I made all this money from certain people. Okay. So I do his hair and his sons and all that stuff like that. So it's just word of mouth for sure which is part of the brand,
Yeah.
which is what people believe, because they're hearing it from somebody else, the word of mouth stuff. So, yeah, I would say a few. I've done a few of them.
I like what she just said too, how she bartered.
Yeah.
Oh,
That-
yeah, for
Locks
sure.
for
A lot of
socks.
people, yeah, lock for sock. That's important because yours remind me of mysticals.
Oh, yeah, no, I was going to bring that up today. See, I said that in concert. They're going to call me mystical.
Yeah,
Okay, and the only reason why I look like this, I love my bob
It
braids.
looks good.
Okay,
Yeah, it
but
looks good,
yeah,
man.
you
No, when you walked in, I was like,
I literally had
man,
that joke.
right here.
Put it
I know
on.
you ain't no man.
No, you put it on because I fuck with mystical now.
No, that's my boy. I love that. Despite what he going
But
through, man, I hope he in good health.
She just
But
burnt my stuff too short. It was
No,
supposed to be
this-
right
no,
here, but
yeah.
that's the Africans, they'll do what they want to do. But yeah,
yeah.
he said mystical. That's a good one. I was.
Yo, no, it looks good though. No, I'm saying it looks like they perfect. Like you know what I'm saying.
Thank
perfect.
you.
Yeah, you know what I'm
But
saying.
yeah, Mystical was the only nigga that could rock
Right,
that. Mystical, the only one. Period.
It's so
Hold on. From Menace to Society.
shake.
Oh Lord, not old dog. Oh yeah, you get on my nerves.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah, so they ain't that thick
Yeah,
now.
they ain't that thick though. Yeah.
That's a good one.
No, it's good.
But Jennifer, you do give back. I know plenty. I mean, when I say she give back on every back to school, she do stuff for the homeless out her shop. She what's the event you finna get ready to do? Is it this Friday?
Juneteenth's coming up. No, what is it?
The one you going to do?
Oh yeah. So I did. So that's back to the social media thing. I was EBS is a big beauty supply store. And off Terry Boulevard, and I just seen one of their posts, and it was had their county commissioner was there doing a post at the beauty supply store, and I'm like, okay, well let me see how I can get involved in this. And so I commented, do y'all need some help? I'll do some free locks or whatever. Then they DM'd me, said come by or whatever like that. And I could have just went home, but I was like, let me finish what I started. So I went back out there to go talk to them face to face. And they was like, yeah, let's do this. Let's partner up. They was like, let's do a video right now. So just just back to that social media and stuff like that. But yeah, I just definitely partnered up with the beauty supply store for me to do some free locks. It's only a 2-hour event, so it's not going to be no all day prolonged thing. So great 2-hour event. It's going to knock out some lock styles or whatever like that. So pull up with this is posted but before then. But yeah.
I know.
Yeah, she do give back, and that's why I definitely I rock with her, because she always she loved the kids. I know it's plenty of days, y'all know how I be complaining about Kaya. she give you some good advice. She said, she in college. I was in college. Just let her be. You gotta let her be. You gotta let her find her way. She beat that in my head as she was pulling on my hair.
Yeah, but tell them now.
But you do a lot that I definitely appreciate you for, especially on Counter Road. She look out for a lot of those folks in that area. But as you continue to look out for folks, and I know as your brand is continue to grow and grow, where do you find yourself in the next 2 years? I ain't gonna say 5. I'm gonna say 2 because you be moving fast.
Well, that's why I'm in school. Put myself back in school because I want to be an instructor. So that's the next thing. So it's the salon's not the biggest thing. So to definitely be an instructor. And then Chevy asked me earlier, he was like, "You think about getting to school?" I said, "So that should be in the plans later on. I don't know what God got in store, but I definitely see that's when I'm usually at school. I'm observing how the school's operating because I'm like, this is how my school will not operate. That's what I'm learning from that experience. So most definitely see myself as being an instructor by then. I don't know if I'm still going to be in Atlanta. I don't know. Right. So, honey, you might have to find a new loctician now.
Going back to Asheville?
It's going to be called L.A. at Locks.
Okay, L.A. Locks. Okay.
Yeah. You leave, I'm cutting them off.
Yeah, you have to fly in
right.
like they do, like the rappers
I'll buy them if you cut them off. Put them in somebody else's head.
I'm cutting them off.
Speaking of that business, we were stationed in Korea, and we was somewhat entrepreneurs in the military, just a little bit. But I remember this older Korean guy I used to work with a little bit. He told me, he was like, yeah, man, a lot of people want to sell clothes, they want to sell this. He said, but your people, especially the women, love hair products and going to hair store. He said, you ever thought about opening up a beauty supply store. And when he said it, I was just like, I don't do hair, this. But now that I see about being back in the States, just being like, wow, the beauty supply store, they bring a lot of money, man. Like a lot of revenue. So yeah, how did that
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not in that field, but I do know what you're talking about. 'Cause I used to work for Sally Beauty Supply. So that was one of my first jobs when I got
Sally.
straight out of college. It was like the lowest paying job I ever had, but it brought me so much joy being in a beauty supply store. It was like being in Lenox Mall for me. So I loved it. Got the discounts, all the stuff like that. So, but I knew that's pretty much how I started my brand, my product line, because people come in with a problem because I'm cashiering or whatever like that. And I actually got fired from Sally's, but look at me now. So they fired me because I'm giving all the discounts away. I'm like, if it works in the system, what you mad at? I was giving all the discounts away, and the ladies were loving it. They're getting a perm for $2 instead of $8. So. But it was just, I found that there were people coming in with a problem. Hey, y'all have this? I got this. And we'll say, no, we don't have that type of product. So I would hear those problems, and, that's what a beauty supply is for, to supply a solution. That's what beauty supply is for. So that's what people flock to there, where they need some lashes, where they need some nails, where they need some nail polish, where they need a brush, comb, whatever. People go there to be supplied with what they need. So so now when it came to COVID, it was looking nasty out there for COVID because people couldn't go to the beauty supply store. Lashes crumbling off and everything. The news people, did you see the news people? I'm like, y'all, the hair and makeup couldn't be at the news place because they was looking crazy. But that's why we are so much needed, in the beauty industry. But that beauty supply, you can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong.
I kind of figured that, yeah. Cause I go in there and get some T-line clippers, or whatever, and I just be looking around. They got everything you need.
Everything you need.
I mean, everything from they thought of everything, man.
So let me ask you a question. Is Sally still open?
Yeah, Sally's is still open. They're still there. I don't know if they're what ranking they are, but they're still open.
Cause I remember back in the days you couldn't get no Andy's clippers from the Korean store. You only can get them from Sally's. Then once I was stationed at Fort Hood, I fell up in the one of the Korean beauty stores, and I'm like, and they started selling them. So I kind of.
What if it was a bootleg version like that?
Yeah, probably.
They can make anything.
They can make anything, but man, I got a bunch of them. I couldn't tell on them T-liners.
T-line, yeah.
So as like you said, you were in the supply part. You the one that make everybody look handsome and beautiful. So as you making folks look handsome and beautiful, like I said, once you start your school, what are the main things you gonna focus on in your school?
So like I said, the things I observed being at the school I'm at, like day one, I remember this story I tell anybody that's sitting in the chair. It's like I saw a dead banana peel in a fake plant. I know it's a fake plant, so why is there a dead banana peel in here? And clearly, this is my first day, so it's clearly been here longer than I had. So I just told somebody in the front, hey, did somebody clean up here? Because I'm like, if I see this, I know the client see this, so this is day one. So the girl was like, the receptionist, she was just like, yeah, I don't know what she said, but it just got brushed away. So I saw it like the next day again. So I went to try to make a big deal out of it at the school. I really wasn't trying to make a big deal. It was my first week there. I wasn't trying to, be like that. But I'm like, let me tell somebody else because they'll probably clean it up. Told the director, nothing happened. I'm like, what kind of school is this? Honey, they just letting stuff slide? Like, I don't understand. Then I was definitely going to let it slide, but then I seen the actual, school dean or whatever like that walking down the hallway. So I'm just going to say something to her, and I'm going to let it go after that. Said something to her. She got it cleaned up, whatever like that. So how I would run my school is we're clean. That's what state board is about. You got to be clean. The training of instructors, you got to retrain them. Can't just at my school they just always want to this at the students, but it's like no, y'all need some training up there. So I would make sure the instructors will be trained on a monthly basis so everybody's on the same page because that's what I see the problem is at my school. But we still get great training there, so it is just small things. Just have a more fun environment. They try to have motivational Mondays, honey. It ain't motivate. It's not. So we got reminders. We clean the bathroom. We got reminders. That's not motivating. We got to motivate these kids, especially this age group of this generation. You got to be able to talk to them and let them, and hopefully they receive what you're saying. So it would be on some really turned up stuff. You got to put some rap on or something like that, whatever. Just something to connect with this generation. So just little small things, but I know that would make a successful school.
Nah, that's good. That's good. Now, you said you from Asheville, North Carolina. I'm going to tell you about that place, man. When I went out there, listen, cuz it's some of the nicest people. I mean, it was scary nice. You
Like,
know,
get
they were
out
like
nice.
scary nice. I mean, like I was looking. We got there. We had a show at the Salvage Station. I think it hold like 3,700 people. Man, it was packed out there. But we got to the venue. Everything was nice, man. I'm talking about from the hotel to the venue. People walk around, they put their head out and whole thing. We want something, man. Just, you know, like, nah, I'm good, man. But that type of friend, it's almost like a hippie town almost.
Definitely hippie, yeah, for sure.
But super friendly, man. I was kind of like, hold up, man. When the BS finna come? Every time we go there, man, it is super nice. And y'all recovered from that.
I mean, it's
storm.
definitely a lot still needing to be done in
Yeah,
the city.
kinda.
So I got to see y'all went over the weekend to go home, and it's definitely a lot that has to be done.
Yeah.
So yeah,
They had a bad storm. So I really enjoy that place, man. The food was great, the ambiance, and like I say, the people just super nice. I was just like, something finna happen, man.
No, for real. I get surprised. I was at the Waffle House the other day because that's a whole white staff up there. So like, you Waffle House, you go black staff, full black. You don't see no white people in there unless they're the manager or the general manager. They're full white staff making your bacon and everything. So it kind of looks scary. You be like, what the hell they about to do over there?
Yeah, like
but they were good morning. So you be like, hold on, I'm trying to put in my eggs.
Yeah, that's how they was, man. That was I love that. I love that city, man.
Well, you're welcome back anytime.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So let's talk about this movement you trying to make to LA.
Oh, I mean, shoot, I'm making little small steps because remember I told you I was watching that show LA Hair.
Yeah.
And that was like a new show for me, but you had been seeing it when it came out years and years ago. But it was new for me. So I'm just like, I like this show. I binge watched all the episodes. So I liked it because I could kind of connect with the owner, but in a small sense. But I'm like, dang, this is happening in LA, even though it's years ago. I'm like, so that's how they operating in LA. Like, I was kind of shocked about that. But I'm like, if she can do it, I know I can do it. So it's just back to, having a big mindset and then, just wanting to take that chance. But one of the guys that worked on that show, Dante Savoy, before I got my braids, he actually moved to Atlanta. So I got my hair done by him. So it's just little things that happen kind of full circle in a sense because the salon he works at was actually the owner of that salon. He was like a judge for a Brown Brothers hair show I did back in 2007 when I was in high school. So it's like a lot of things kind of come full circle, like as far as making those connections, those little networking connections. So I don't know, but I would like to fly out to LA like at least 2 times out the month. So just figure it out. I don't know.
LA nice, man. I can't wait to go back. Yeah. So I was gonna ask you. You had something good?
No, you good, cuz.
So I know you do a lot of hair. Do y'all have to have y'all ever get carpal tunnel or anything like that, or y'all have to get massages and things like that for your fingers?
Well, for me, I mean, I always get my nails done. Have them done this time, so they need a break.
No, I'm talking about like the.
But my real fingers. But that's what I'm saying, because normally when I'm shampooing, I use my fingernails, stuff like that. But I've never had the issue. But in our textbooks at school, it literally says in the textbook you will get carpal tunnel as a hairstyle. So it just depends on how much tension and stuff like you're putting on yourself. But I've been doing this for 20 years. That's why I like locks, because it's, to me, the least amount of tension that I got to use or whatever. I'm just using a comb and some product, and, I don't have to do so much. Now, I'm very stylish and stuff what I do, but the only time I ever had, like, an issue was I was working at this one salon in Atlanta. It was when I first got here. And it was one of the first salons I worked in. It was had me to twist and this type of twist, and the owner made me twist till she felt like I was ready. So that's that hard training and stuff like that. But that's the only time like I felt like some hurt in my wrist. But I'm like, I won't be doing that again. So I don't offer that service. But yeah, 'cause I did not like no pain. So
okay, I was just wondering because I got all kind of scars from carpal tunnel and stuff like that.
Oh,
so
wow. But I've definitely had some blood, sweat, and tear. The things, that's why I charge what I charge, because the tools that I use and why people come to me, because they'll see my TikTok videos or whatever about the techniques I use, because not people say they can do it, but they can't. So I'm usually, that's why I say I was going to change my salon to the Last Lock Lifeline. Because that's what they come to me at the last lifeline. They calling me.
Story of my life.
By the time they find me, they like, I wish I.
Story of my life.
So hearing that's like,
right?
Because I've had blood, sweat, tears, hit myself with the needle or whatever like that. Had to go to urgent care, all this type of stuff. But it's like I had to. Blood, sweat, and tears. You gotta live and learn and be the best at it. So
that's the best teacher, man. It's pain sometimes. The best teacher.
Yeah, she on her Instagram, y'all will see. You come in with the lock just about to fall off.
It's hanging on.
I mean, some of the videos she put, you'll see the transformation. You going there like it was. She got some dude. He came in there looked like he ain't got his lock done in 10 years.
Man.
And when he walked out of there, you was like, wow. She did, like she said, she do magic. You know, she gonna. She got them God healing hands.
Yeah. So I need some too, cause boy, I got nothing.
She got them good. She got them God healing hands. She, you know, as you can see, she gonna give thanks to God.
I just want my hairline back. Yeah, I had to start saluting like this when I was in the military. That's all I want. It's a good hairline.
Oh, hey, we put man units on, honey. I got a man unit sitting at the shop right now.
You know,
ready to go. Twist it up. How long you want the locks?
I want to go ask VA would they do that. I said no. My friend would roast me.
Hey, you a full head, Chevy, not Ford. Come on.
No, my friends, but they petty, boy. They would be roasting me. Start with Maddie and Twin.
Like, where that carpet come from?
I got my little brush taken up.
Okay, brush it, Chevy.
Like, yeah, I paid, like y'all say, I paid for it. It's mine, right?
Because it's gonna run you a good $800 for that man unit. Absolutely.
Can I get the VA to hook that up? Shit, yeah, let me see. Can I call VA?
Okay.
So what would be a dream person you want to have to do?
A dream person. I don't know. I never thought about that. I don't know. I don't know. Because Future just cut his locks off, but I wouldn't want to get up in there anyway. I don't know what I would have done. But maybe Lil Wayne, matter of fact. Maybe Lil Wayne, because I would like to help whatever situation he had going on. Because that was, we all seen, because he's the one that really started me. Bob Marley got the locks. Yeah, we know who Busta Rhymes with the locks, but really, but everybody got locks because of Lil Wayne as far as rappers go, whatever like that. That's who they was trying to be like, you know. So when he had the healthy locks. He had them. They was healthy. Everybody like they were dark. They was healthy. And then whatever situation transpired after years, you could tell damage and one hanging off like this and all that stuff. I was like, what is going on?
Now he had one picture. I love Wayne in my top 5. But he had one picture. It looked like a fish fillet or something like that. It like it was flat. It looked like it was like a little what do you call it? Catfish.
It looked crazy.
Out of control.
Damn, Wayne, but,
no, for real. And that's how I could tell what stuff going on in people's head, because Lil Wayne and nobody, I could tell what's going on by somebody's head. I'm like, did you have a stressful situation? Oh, yeah, my mama got killed or something like that. Sister got shot or something like that. My daddy died, something like that. It's always something that's always going to show in the head. So or something could be medicine, could be a surgery, just could be anything. So I just try to look at those things, and that's why people also tell me, they're like, oh, I got so much information from you today, stuff like that. Because a lot of people just, like I said, just parting and just being lock stylists. There's the difference between a lock stylist and a loctician, and especially a master loctician from a loctician. So I've been doing it a long time. I don't care what is going on. I'm here to fix it or give you the best prescription or whatever diagnosis to get things going. Because people are calling me, some people got breast cancer, just all kinds. I hear everything. Some people trust me to, try to, get them back right, to make them feel back beautiful and confident. So that's what I do.
What's the difference between twin locks and the one they have down in Florida? What's the one in Florida called?
I mean, they're like more freestyle. Well, they call it freeform locks, but also wicks, because they'll be bigger. Yeah, big wide locks. They call it freeform because you don't see no parts. Okay. And wicks because they're matte. They're bigger locks. They're not in no type of form or in some neat type of way. So
like Gunplay used to have in the.
So how do that work? Because I be looking at it, I say, what if I had wigs? So how would it work? How would I turn this into a wig?
Well, usually it's that same process where you're picking up the tool, the crochet needle. So it takes time and based on length and how many you want. Because I had one client, we put lock extensions in his hair, and then he rocked them for a couple months, probably about a year, matter of fact. And then he wanted to wick those up, so we put 7 in his head. So it's just he wanted exactly 7, so we had to measure them out to be be even enough. Can't just put a bunch in one thing, So even them out, and then I gotta go working at it, and then it turns into one lock. So. But it can be very dangerous and tedious, as I say, that little tool, because it's so small and it's just real precise to pick up a hair, a single hair. That's what it is. So it's just, it can weave in and out. So that's just why it costs so much to use that tool. When I pick that tool up, it's going to run your paycheck.
So basically the tool is just, you would take these and then it'll just pull them in. Mm-hmm. So when they look, do they get them? Do they get them trimmed? Because some of them look like they look like
Like,
perfectly.
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I mean, that's just literally it's just a technique of holding it, twisting it, you rubbing it, you rolling it, you
Okay.
doing that. Sometimes you use the 3 prongs, sometimes you use 2 prongs. Now, this gonna cost you. This the class now. Y'all ain't pay for the lock class. Hold on now. Y'all trying to get me on the lock class.
We trying to brand your customers.
Because I look,
Yeah.
I just wanted to know because I did because you on one of your videos you did you said he's going to get wicks and I seen you grab you had a handful of his locks and I'm like how that gonna look like the lock? That's all I want to know.
It sounds weird, but just like how you do music, I understand how you hear the little things. You heard me out there, you be all the way here. Like, do stuff like that. So
y'all know she rap too.
Oh, you rap?
She
Okay.
tell you, her podcast song is a rap.
That's hard.
one take. No, just kidding.
Take Jake.
Nah, but yeah, so it's just technique and stuff. Like I said, blood, sweat, and twitch. Had to learn that technique, and one of the first people I wanted to learn on, I like charged a girl like $150 to do a whole head of lock extensions. But that was my first because she was like a model first time. But when I say I was looking like Ed with scissor hands because I was trying to learn that technique and my hands were just cut up. So just like something I had to really learn and force myself to learn. Anybody gonna teach me. So now I can do it with like butter. So
That's what's up. That's dope. Super dope. She said, "No, this ain't no class."
Try to get me on the class.
See how she want to beat us up. This the stuff I go through when I sit in the chair.
But she talking from an entrepreneur standpoint, like
I feel it.
yeah, like you giving out secrets.
Okay.
You're like, got pay for that.
Potion. I want the formula.
Did you get an appointment for that?
Nah, I ain't.
They said no deposit.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I started going to barbershops a long time ago because I'm gonna tell you, they'll take up your whole Saturday. I mean, I'm talking about your whole Saturday.
Yeah, that's an event.
And then I'm going to some. I love my people, man. But some of y'all, man, they cut your hair,
Talk
stop.
about it.
Hey, bro, I gotta run outside. Go outside, make a play. Maybe come back, smell like a little, smell like a little something. I'm like, okay. And now half of my Saturday gone.
Now half
You know what I'm saying?
because of one little.
Yeah. I gotta go outside, run the play real quick. Whatever. I said, all right, man. So I started going to barbershops a long time ago. And then they started making it, technical, like, oh, you ain't got an appointment. I'm like, hold up, bro. So you need my email. This is when they was like, I need your email, I need this, then you gotta do this. This when phones barely could send out an email. This back when flip phone. I was like, hold up, bro. What? Can I just do this normal?
So that's my question to you.
Yeah.
I love that you brought that up because I get that. But me and my booking system,
I need you to.
I like some organization stuff like that. So, but I get it. But why does the client feel like? Why does the client feel like they get to have a say so?
No, you're right. But it's our money, and this is the customer supposed to be always right in a sense. And you start one way, then I come in one. Yeah, you gotta make an appointment online and this, and like,
So
what? You got a light now, so it's $100
yes,
now.
the ring light.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I start going way for that, but I see the issue now. You know what I'm saying? Cause coming up Mississippi, man, you get a haircut for $3.
I know.
Then I go to New Orleans, we thought $25 was high back then. It's back in the 90s before your time.
Ooh,
now,
nice. I was still paying like at
12.
Hood, it was like $10.
No, I'm talking
So $12
before you joined the military. So when you went to
before I joined the military it was $7.
okay,
I remember it was $7.
Yeah.
I get the Hood. It was $10. It was $10 for a long time. Then it went from 10 to 12 to 15. Then it looked like at 15 it jumped to 55. You think I'm talking 15, 55. But no, I do like how she run hers because like it's appointment. Like even when they did the appointment, you go in there. Hey, I got an appointment at 1:00. You still sitting there. Twin, give me a minute. Let me go and get him so he can get out of here. Cause I just paid you for an appointment. So, but when her appointments, when you say her appointment, when you walk in,
she already washing it up here.
You can serve right then and there, and I do appreciate that because I going from barbershops to get my what's the Walpole get my retwist.
Thank you. You got it. She got
get
it.
my retwist. Get my retwist. it was I was like, wow. I walk in and she's doing my hair. You know, if I walk in, she's sending me straight to the bowl. Get your hair washed, and then you under the dry, let it dry a little bit. She don't even let me stay on the dry for a minute. I'm in the chair, getting busy. So it's and I appreciate that because I did had to go through that time where we make appointments to get your hair cut and you still left waiting about
Right.
30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I said, man, I'm gonna come back. And then so that's when I learned at the barber shop, I had 2 barbers. The main one, if he busy, I didn't care if he see me. I said, man, Bell finna cut my hair. And I go sit in Bell's chair. And Bell started cutting me up real good. So, Bell, I know Bell probably was like, I'm finna take this customer from him. So when I sat in Bell on chair, when I say Bell had me right, Bell had me right. And so then it got to a point where when I walk in, I didn't even have to make appointments with Bell. I walk in there, I got your twin. And that's how I went down.
And I get that, and I try to have that. Obviously, people I know or I've been doing for a long time. But it's just my thing is just I don't know, just to where I'm at right now. It's like I'm just trying to learn how to be not so available, but available because people are like just get in on my system because I have one particular client. I don't know if she gonna see this or not, but honey, what time can I walk in? You don't ask what time to walk in. That's an appointment you ask for a time for. When you walk in, it means. You walk in. So that's just how I feel about that. That's just my thing. I don't know. But people in the hair industry, that's how we really feel because we like, that's how I am. Just really big on that. Like, I'm just like, walk in to see me because I'm going to get with you because twin right. Cause and that's what I was about to say. Like, I pride myself on not no wait time, no wait. Because when I was a kid, get my hair done, like, oh my God, don't have me waiting in there, especially not waiting on my mama when I'm through. Like, I'm just impatient and all that other stuff. So it's like, my mama be like, you better cut the attitude out. I'll burn it up. So I cut it out because I have an attitude. Because I'm like, but because I don't like waiting. I don't like nobody else waiting. That's just what I've always prided myself on and being quick because I'm a girl of when I was a kid getting my hair done. I'm like, I'm ready to go to the mall and show off my hair. Well, I ain't got the whole day gone. The mall closed. I can't show my hair to nobody. So that's just why I want to be quick but quality and don't let people wait because I don't like waiting. I get anxiety when one of the girls at the shop might have somebody waiting, but they just patiently waiting. I'm like, hurry, get this person shampoo, please. But that's just me. But I had to also learn. Slow down. Some people don't mind waiting, or so I have to learn that too. Like, make them wait extra, a few more minutes. It's not like they're there for you. I've never had somebody just be like, I can't wait no much longer. So I've never had nobody do that. So I just had to also learn how to make people wait too.
Is it like the club? Do you want people to walk in and see like a packed house? And like that, at the club, you arrive at the club and you see the line.
Right.
They keep people outside for a reason.
Yeah,
so everybody can see it. So if you walk by and see a lot of cars in it, like, oh, it must be good.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Maybe one day, hopefully. I definitely do see the lobby packed one day, but, for the most part, I do knock them in and knock them out. I might have my specials. I've had times, that was when I had my salon suite. So I've had times when people waiting out in the hallway, so everybody's just like, all the other styles like, gee, you need some help with all these people? Because I'm like, nah, I don't got it, I got them. But, yeah, so, one day the lobby will be packed.
Lobby packed. Nah, that's real. That's real.
That's dope, as you continue to do great things here in this great state of Georgia, in the Decatur, Atlanta area, with what Decatur is great.
Straight from the deck.
On Candler Road where they finna gentrify it.
Yeah, that too, that
yeah,
part.
they getting there.
Yeah, I seen one dude walking his dog, a white dude. What the hell you doing out here? Another little white girl, honey, she was crying at the chair. I said, my client was looking at her. I said, bring your black ass in here. She about to try to hop in your truck. Honey. You done had a Diddy case. Get your ass in the car.
Right.
But, where can they find you at? Tell them folks out there in social media where they can find you on social media.
Okie dokie. So you can find my personal page, Genuine Hair Locks, on Instagram. That's spelled with a J. And you can find my shop, Locs Atlanta, on Instagram as well. And if you're ready to go ahead and book an appointment, locsatlanta.com.
That's good. That's all the social media you got. What's your website?
Locsatlanta.com.
That what you just said?
Yes.
I'm tripping now.
He's sleepy. He's sleepy, y'all. Y'all know what time it is.
Y'all ain't sleepy. Look, she trying.
Sleepy.
She know good well. I be up all type of night. I ain't sleepy.
But yeah, Locks
Okay.
Atlanta, I ain't, Facebook. I don't tell my Facebook, then y'all get real nosy.
No, we ain't go.
No, that's
we
real
want.
nosy.
No, we want
personal.
we want your business
Nah,
stuff. So
I
you
like
know,
that. Yeah.
they
I
can
gotta
get
keep
you. You
it
know,
separate. I got one for my family and friends, and one for everybody else.
There you go.
Yeah,
So
you gotta
yeah,
keep
business.
it separate sometimes.
yeah, you got to. Yeah, because they out
Juggle
there
be
acting
in
up.
They
there.
acting up, honey. Y'all need to do a podcast episode on some true crime, honey. Let's get to this Atlanta true crime, honey. Woo! I'm a Dateline type of girl.
We trying
Yeah.
to PG what a PG.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it PG, but it's it's real talk on here
Yeah, that's
though.
real talk. I love the Tailor talk. Y'all tailoring it to the what's going on. So I love it.
Yeah, we're just gonna try to stay out the messy stuff. You know, I ain't trying to turn it into Real High Atlanta or nothing like that.
It's gonna be lit. And the whole thing gonna be in here packed out, smoked out.
That's gonna be a little crazy. We're just trying to highlight our friends and brag on our friends and people that we know. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're trying to do. So other than that, we didn't talk about your hairline product.
Okay, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
tell
we
us about
sure do.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I was trying to mention about how I started with during COVID. It was and actually I didn't get one of those PPP loans. I got a different type of business loan. That was only based on somebody was like, "Oh, you need to go apply for it." They got some money going out. So I was like, I applied for one of the loans and got it. Surprisingly, like I didn't care if they gave me a little amount, but they gave me a decent amount. So I used that money to build my brand of product line. So I had the bottles ordered, had the labels ordered, had the ingredients ordered. I was in my second bedroom in an apartment on the east side at that time. I made it to like a little laboratory. It had just it was like a cute little office space, and just started making my formulas. Seeing what was working, what wasn't working, and and then I finally found the perfect formula. Wrote it. I was writing it down. I was like a scientist in that thing. I'm hair going like this. I'm like Einstein. It's just code different formulas and the right droppings. All the stuff. So I had all those materials. I had bought everything I needed. Did it the smart way. You know what I'm saying? So didn't do nothing stupid with that money, and was able to still sit on something for a good amount of time. But that product line, it was called my oil is called Holy Lock Oil. I used to spell HOELY, but I changed it when I rebranded to HOLY.
Holy.
So Holy Lock Oil, and then my spray is called Lock Leave-In Spray. So it's genuine Lock Leave-In Spray, and my clients love that product too. It gives them a lot of moisture and stuff like that. So those are my two main products, and I've been very excited about them. My clients love them. I have them on Shopify. Most people shop within the store at the shop actually, but yeah, y'all got to check those products out.
Yeah, the leave-in spray, it hydrates your hair.
Yeah.
You got them folks out there hair falling off. You gotta get some of that old spray. It ain't that let your soul glow. But then when you spray it on your hair, you gonna like, oh man, I feel refreshed.
You ain't gonna leave no stain on the couch like
Nah, you ain't gonna leave no stain.
Okay, all right.
I think I wanted to redo that. I wanted to do like a Soul Glow commercial, but spray.
That'd be dope right there.
Yeah, had like the old school, like that glowy thing. Yeah, had somebody sprayed up. Yeah.
Well, they do have a song called "Glow" you can put underneath that too. Produced by Twin and Matty B.
Well, say
You know what I'm
less.
saying? Yeah.
Say less.
And you gonna get D Thomas to shoot the video.
Well, let's do
we
it.
got
I need
you.
a little. Yeah, I need that.
So do you have so you like Coca-Cola? Do you have your ingredients secret locked in the vault? Or 11 herbs and spices for your for your hair? Did you hide it or?
I do have a book. I have my own like little journal thing. And I thought when I was moving recently, I thought I had I couldn't find it. I need to make a new batch of product, but I found it, so I was really happy because I'm like, oh Lord, please don't let me have toss this in a declutter pile or anything like that, because that'd have been really messed up. I was not gonna. I know my formula, but I wasn't gonna just do it just off the brain. I was like, no, I gotta see it and make sure it's all right. So, but it's safely put. We'll say that.
There you go.
That's
Say
what's
surprised about I be wondering stuff about it, and
Yeah.
can you patent stuff like that? You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
and that's a good shout to me. So if I want to scale and leverage up and be in Target and all that type of stuff, they of course would have to do the testing and all that type of stuff,
That's
which makes sense. But there's such a hit market out there for small business people that are just hitting this market right here. But obviously, I do want to funnel and get those products out further out to other people. But that's just I'm working on those steps. So
Yeah, cuz.
But hey, again, we appreciate you, and we see y'all next time on Tailor Talk Podcast. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share.